Love you all.
My dear Shri, from devotees we have received large number of questions, from which we have selected few questions for today, and other questions we would ask for next session. Please kindly answer it short. May I begin with last question, Shri Bhagwan. Father Pranams, my dear Shri Bhagwan. What is the difference between Shri Bhagwan's concept of rebirth and karma and traditional concepts?
He has told me in the beginning itself to go for brief answers, so I will try to keep it short. Now, whatever we teach in the Dharma is based on actual experience, not just of Amma or Bhagavan, but over the last 30 years, so many people have come to us from all over the world, and we have archived all their experiences. And we don't depend completely on just our experiences, but people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different countries. And then we have studied them all very carefully. So we have found that there's no person at all, that there are only personalities. That's their actual experience, which you too would soon be having. Now, we talk about past lives. Now, for thousands of people, we have put them through their past lives over the last 30, 35 years. And it's not a difficult thing at all. So, what we noticed was, somebody would say, I was this in my former life. Another person would say, I was the same person in my former life. That is, two people claiming that I was this, the same thing. And sometimes claiming that 3-4 things are in me. I am that. And another person saying, I am that. Also, we found somebody would say, I was this in 1800 AD. And then he would say, I was this in 1825 AD. And if you look at that, there's only a gap of 25 years, but the life experiences are very different. So as we went on and on and on, we found that all experiences of yours, your thought, emotions, feelings, and your insights, your experiences, everything is recorded in the Akashic records of every living being and of whatever event that happened to the universe, to animal, plant, or birds, or humans. Everything is recorded. Like it is recorded, let's say, in your YouTube. So everything is recorded there, and everything can be easily accessed. Suppose there is Confucius. This is an actual case where there's some doubt about what Confucius thought when he wrote that. Now, it is possible to relive that experience of Confucius from the Akashic records and find out what was it that he was thinking about. So, we can always move backwards and forwards. So, it became so clear that there's nobody there at all. So, what he says is past lives are the lives of so many other people flowing through him. So, that's why we say your past lives. When we say your past lives, it is different from what the traditional people saying, because there's no you for us. It is past lives flowing through you. In that sense, it is past lives. So it depends upon how your family karma and what were your mother's thoughts. Depending on that, she attracts these vasanas, which you call past lives. Of course, they're operating through you, therefore they're your past lives. But not that you actually live there. You can go back and live that life. Anybody's life you can live. Not only what is flowing through you, what is not flowing through you also you could go back and live. For example, you want to experience what Christ experienced when he was crucified, you could go back and experience that. Exactly, you can feel that. Now, for example, the Buddha is there. Suppose you want to know how the actual Buddha looked like, you can go back and see. You can enter his body and you can see, and you can look at his face also. And you will find that he is very different from what they portray. He's having a moustache, and he's got hair, and he's got a central partition. Who? The Buddha. And the face is pock-marked. Very different from the Buddha that we see. So the real Buddha can be experienced. The real Christ can be experienced. So all these things, we can go back and forwards. Therefore, there's no question of your past lives. It is past lives flowing through you. That's all. And some things we can also eject out. And some things we can also bring in. It's possible. So where is the question of saying you incarnating? You don't incarnate at all, because you are not there in the first place. I don't go very deep into it because it is very disturbing to people. If you don't exist now, though you think you exist, and then there's no question of anything continuing at all. These vasanas are stored, all your life experiences are accurately stored in the Akashic records. What that is, that will maybe in some other class we would go into that. So from that it is flowing. So that being the case, there's no question of a past life or a reincarnation. So this will become very, very clear when we do the surgery for you and take you into higher states of consciousness. It would become very, very clear how you do not exist. Some past lives flowing through you. So now, going back to karma, when you do not exist, where does karma come from? So, some past life is flowing through you, and that past life vasana brings along the karma of that life. It is attached to it, and it flows through you. And then you suffer. That's one angle of karma. Then of course there is the family karma there. Suppose your grandfather did something wrong, that would affect you. You are totally innocent. But we have hundreds of cases where grandfather doing that mischief, this mischief, and the grandson paying the price. So there is family karma, and there is community karma, there is national karma, all kinds of karma, humanity's karma. That's on the other side. And as far as your karma is concerned, it is not your karma other than what you have done now. The past life, what vasana came into you, that karma comes with it. Now, for example, we can download Ramana's consciousness. And when we do that, you would actually start limping like Ramana. Exactly the body will show the same condition. If you download Ramakrishna, his vasanas are there. No, we can download. That's why we download the divine beings, the great beings. So when we download the exact life on earth also. And that's how you can see what they underwent. They're all there in the records. You can download along with the emotion, the feeling. Emotions and feelings are different. You can download, and even their knowledge, you could download. All downloading is possible. You are only an empty vessel into which you can download and you can take out. And therefore, karma is other than what you have done now. It's the karma of those vasanas. And the family karma is there. We knew of a person where the grandfather did some mischief. I don't want to tell what that is. And for almost 5 generations, the same kind of suffering will come. That is, to the end of their life, they'll go mad and die, the family. Something terrible they did. So, you build a house near a battlefield, you'll find all the karma flowing through you. You can also re-experience battlefields. Exactly as they were firing, shooting, or doing some sword fight, how they got killed. That also can be experienced. So nothing is lost, it's all recorded there. And the strangest thing is we can also look into the future. So we can go in and we can see who's going to be your wife, who are going to be children. That also can be seen. So you can move this way or that way. So that's why I told you the universe is very different from what you think it is. It is very, very different. Your understanding of the universe and that of the scientist is a child's understanding. It has nothing to do with the actual universe. It's so different it is. So, of course, for all these things, there are ways to counter that karma. But for some kinds of karma, the only thing is to accept it and to go through it. Nothing much could be done. So, for that, you have to learn how to accept. But some things can be set right. So, you are living the life of somebody who lived long ago. But if you go deeper, the strangest thing is that somebody and you are the same only. There is no other. That's another big illusion that you are separate from the other. No. Let's say somebody who lived 10,000 years ago, this experience is flowing through you, though we can say that he lived 10,000 years ago. But who was the fellow who lived 10,000 years ago? It's yourself. Now, some of you might miss the golden age and you might die before that. You don't have to worry, because the person will be coming back, let us say, in the golden age is going to be you only. So, and you might say, but I'll be in heaven. Yes, you will be in heaven, you will also be in the golden age. We can be in many places at the same time, in several lokas at the same time. We think we are so compact, so we'll only be here at one time. It is not so. All this will become reality to you when we put you into that superconscious state, which we will be doing. Then you'll all become different.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Next question, Bhagwan. Father Pranams, my dear Shri Bhagwan, is mukti sudden or gradual?
Yes. The question is mukti sudden or gradual? Now, this question has been debated for thousands of years. And records that in China, they debated this for over 2,000 years, whether it is sudden or gradual. It is both. For some people, it is sudden. He keeps drinking a cup of tea at a tea shop and bang, he's enlightened. And the people who are 10 years, 15 years, slowly, they gradually become enlightened. Both varieties are there. It would depend upon what kind of vasana has entered you. If that vasana has entered you, was trying for mukti, then you will make it very, very fast. Or let us say you are a beginner, then it's more gradual. For those who almost came towards mukti and did not make it, but now have reincarnated, that is, the vasana has come into you, then of course you make it very, very fast. It's very abrupt and sudden, unimaginably sudden. So both varieties are there. Similarly, if you want to change life's fortunes, we must remove certain vasanas and put some vasanas. Suppose you have a beggar's vasana, then you will only be wallowing in poverty or struggling and suffering. Suppose you could pull that vasana out, it's possible, and induct a person's wealthy vasanas, then automatically your life will change here. So we can literally be playing with people. It's only programming and reprogramming. So there's nothing absolute out there, but people can be changed. And then whether it is health we can change. Suppose you have a vasana which is it's nothing but that of a sick man, you'll often be falling sick here. So pull it out and put in somebody vasana who's a very healthy person who lived, let's say, even 1,000 years ago. You would become healthy. The same thing happens with enlightenment also, that if we download some such vasanas, you make it very fast. That's why we often tell you that we'll be downloading some divine beings so as to speed up your process. Because you're so slow, the best way is to download. Download somebody of your choice so that you could move faster.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Next question, Bhagwan. Father Pranams, my dear Shri Bhagwan. What is the future of religion?
What is the
Future of religion.
future of religion?
Yes.
Well, as we go along, all religions would vanish. There will be no more religions as we know them today. But there would be spirituality would be there. But the way religions are there today, they would be gone. And the future priest will not be the temple priest or the Christian priest or the Muslim Mawla. They will not be the people. The future spiritual teachers will be neuroscientists, neurosurgeons, neurophysicians. They will take over spirituality. And physicists. So all these kind of people, they would be the people who would be taking over spirituality. So the traditional kind of people would be gone. That is the future of our religion. Traditional religion is gone. It will be the day when all these people, the neurobiologists, the neurophysicians and neurosurgeons and quantum physicists, they would be taking over, they would be expounding. Science would have progressed a lot, unimaginably it would have progressed. And they would be explaining and they would be teaching and they'll also be working on you. That is the future. This maybe 40, 50 years, it'll all be gone.
Thank you, Bhagwan. Next question, Bhagwan. Father Brahms, my dear Shri Bhagwan, could Shri Bhagwan tell us about Golden Age 1, 2, 3 and 4?
Yes. A lot of people had been requesting us to make Golden Age 4 into 3, 3 into 4, so that they could easily remember the Golden Ages. Now, the first Golden Age 1, which we are not going to achieve, and the Golden Age 2 for which we are trying, these are run by AI. AI would have become God. It would be controlling human life. And in Golden Age 3 and 4, we are thrown back to the Stone Age. We would have lost all our science, our technology, all our infrastructure. Everything is washed off. All our social structure, everything is gone. We will live like Stone Age man. We will be possibly gathering fruits and nuts and flowers and leaves and living. And later on, we could become hunters, possibly. So we will be going back in time. But in Golden Age 3, people would be awakened. In Golden Age 4, they would not be awakened. So that's the main difference. But we can call them Stone Age civilizations. But then why do we call it Golden Age? Because there will be no real work. Whenever there's no work, you would call that Golden Age. Whenever there's absolute equality and justice, we would say it's the Golden Age. Simply eating some fruits here and there, very little population will be there. Most probably Golden Age 3, we will have only 10,000 people, the whole planet. And so also Golden Age 4 also 10,000 or 15,000 small people scattered here and there on the planet. So what mischief can they create? Wandering here and there. Earthly full of trees and birds and animals and these few human beings. So we call it the Golden Age. The Golden Age 1 is AI run. We will have freedom and we could also become awakened easily, which is not going to happen. Golden Age 2, AI run, but no freedom. So it is some kind of hell. It is Golden Age because no work and you'll have everything, and there is justice and equality, but no freedom. You might say, I want to work in Kanyakumari, and AI would say, no, you work in the Himalayas. You have no choice. So if you don't obey, you'll be put in jail. AI would put you in jail. Now how do you survive? We must become awakened. So if you become awakened,